It's not really hard to get this wrong. We'll keep that in the edit. Hello and welcome back to Classic Helmets. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Dexter. It is a slightly damp, wet, miserable and grey day here in Northern Ireland. But ironically, what is also, I suppose you could say grey, is what is in this Arai motorcycle helmet box here. This is a top-of-the-range Arai RX-7 GP, but it comes with a very common problem, and I'm going to show you how to fix it. So, without further delays, let's get this box open and have a look at the helmet. So as you can see, obviously, we do have a Arai box. It's a little bit tatty, a little bit taped up. That's how it came to me in the post. So we do have the helmet in a blue cloth bag. Let's just violently get rid of this box.
Ow! Seriously, dude?
Sorry. And there we go. That is initially actually looking pretty good. Yep, there's no major marks on there as far as I can see. That's looking really good actually.
It does.
I do like the slightly more obscure plain colours. The silver is very nice. There was also a red and a blue back in the day on the RX-7 GP model. So I did mention that this helmet does come with a bit of a common issue on the Arai RX-7 GP models, and that is the top vent isn't working. It should be clicking up and down, and it's not doing that. Actually, surprisingly, the side diffuser vents are actually working pretty well. These usually go along with these. The front vent as well, really good. Again, that's a common issue with these, because on the Arai, you have a EPS sort of liner, which is this black liner just here. And if the front chin vent does go wrong, you do have to take out that EPS liner and then unscrew. There's two little screws behind here, which you can only access from the EPS section. Take that off, put a new one on, and that's usually a send back to Arai job. But I can do them, they're not too hard to do really. And also the rear wing, another common issue on these, that's actually really good. That's going up and down very nicely indeed. Sometimes people pull them up too much and it can crack the diffusers at the back. I'm actually really pleased that this helmet is not too bad. Interior liners. Yep, they smell very good. They're looking actually really fresh as well. Not sure if the camera can show it up that well, but that's actually very clean and tidy. In fact, these may have been changed. Just having a look at them, they look very good actually. And the same can be said for the straps and the strap covers. That's another key point to watch out for on the RX-7 GPs. The only mark I can see is just a very slight nick on the side pod here, but that's not going to bother anybody. We also need to get a visor on this helmet. I've got a couple of spares in my stock, so I'll do that later in the video as well. But what I want to do first is I want to see if I've got one of these in stock. So let me have a look in my stash box. I did purchase a job lot of parts off a well-known online motorcycle clothing and helmet retail business. I think I've got something. I've got a load of top vents in here. No, that's for a chaser. That's another chaser. That's a set of ducts. Yeah, you see I've got that, but that's a different colour. That's slightly off. Ugh, what's this one? Ah! I've got one! Yes! Oh, brilliant. That's the benefit of buying job lots, you see. You're not entirely sure what you have in there, but that is beautiful. There you go, one brand new Arai Delta Duct 5 in frost silver, which is what this colour sort of is, for the RX-7 GP model, or if you're in USA or Japan or other markets, Corsair V, I believe. So firstly, we want to get this top vent in the middle off the helmet. You're going to get your Arai tool and just place it underneath one of the corners. Keep on sliding it through, and it should just pop off like that. There's always a little bit of adhesive tape left over from the backing, so we'll get rid of that quickly. Well, there we go. That's the top vent off with the excess adhesive backing. So while that is off the helmet, I'm going to give it just a very quick clean up. Well, there we are. So as you can see, we've got all the muck and dirt off that particular area where the hole is, where the top vent's going to go. Next job is to get that vent on. The installation kit for a lot of Arai ducts and vents do come with a little template, but I find that I just do it by eye, really. So it's not really hard to get this wrong. What I tend to find easier, especially on the RX-7 GP model, is actually doing it front on. So I'm going to go in front of here and hopefully you can still see what I'm doing in front of the camera. Just check the vent works. Of course it does, it's brand new. That's the second one off. So line it up nice and straight. Just lining up the hole. You can very slightly move it. That's on there beautifully actually. Give it a bit of a push down. Yeah, that's looking really good actually. Happy with that. You can't beat having full working parts on a Arai helmet, including that rear diffuser as well. A lot of people actually misoperate this rear diffuser. What you need to do is, you might see there's just a little tiny bit of a sort of torsion gap or a sort of spring gap here. What you want to actually do is push it forward and then slide up. And again, the same, when you're pushing it down, just push it down a little bit and put it to the position that you want. Some people just do that and it can kind of crack the diffusers and cause all sorts of issues. That's looking excellent now. Bit of housekeeping. So we've taken off the top vent and replaced it with a fresh new one, and also given the helmet a quick clean over. It looks really good everywhere, which I'm really pleased with. The last job is to stick a clear visor on the helmet. I believe this one here is actually a brand new SAI Max Vision visor which fits this helmet. Yep, that is brand spankers. Even though the visor is brand new and the side pods and base plates look pretty clean, just going to put a little bit of penetrating lubricating fluid in here just to make life a little bit easier. Just going to put some on the tips of the visor where the base plates go into. Just being very careful. First side in, a little bit of pressure on the base plate and side pod, and we're on. And we can do the exact same on the other side as well. Just locate the top hole with the top section, and in she drops. That's lovely. That is exactly what we're looking for. Well, there we are. That's the Arai RX-7 GP in sort of a gloss silver colour, having had a brand new top vent fitted. Working all fine. We've also put a brand new SAI Max Vision Pinlock friendly visor on it as well. Genuine one from Arai. It's had a quick clean up. It's looking absolutely fantastic. It really is. So what would this silver RX-7 GP be worth in today's market? Well, it's not collectible as such, but the silver and other sort of non-white or black plain colours, like the blue and the red I mentioned earlier, they actually do hold their value a little bit. I think I can maybe get £300 for this. So I think I'll put it on my little turntable, and you can see it from all angles, and I'll put some pictures on there as well. Well, thank you very much for tuning into Classic Helmets. My name is Dexter. If you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button, that's specifically for that purpose. If you'd like to see more videos and content featuring Arai and Shui motorcycle helmets, and some other rare helmets as well, please hit the subscribe button to stay tuned for more. So from Classic Helmets here in Northern Ireland, thank you so much for watching, take care and goodbye.